Okay, so take a look at this circuit. Super simple. We've got the battery, here's the plus terminal, comes in here on this jumper wire, comes into row 20. Let me get my pointer. At row 20, this comes over here to row 25, and then it comes out. This jumper wire is well seated, then it connects to here, comes back to the battery. So now I'm going to set this current to 200 milliamps. I'm going to use the common port. Alright, and then because I'm trying to measure 200 milliamps, think to yourself, well, this is the 10 amp setting. I want the milliamps, so I'm going to go in here. Alright, and maybe just to show you something here, the way I've been describing how to measure current is to put a jumper wire in here, pull a leg, stick this in, and then grab the leg that was broken. I call that break and replace. And notice we're getting a little over 2 milliamps, right? Now I'm going to take this out, immediately put the circuit back, and I want to show you a different style of measuring that I hope you, well, let's just do it and see. Haven't changed the connections. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this just like I would a voltmeter mode, where I'm going to put this across in parallel, and what do you think should happen? Alright. Alright, so, oh, what's happening here? Whoa! We're getting a very different current. So, in this case, we are not correctly measuring the current. Uh-oh. Notice it just went over 200 milliamps. Let's go over into the 10 amp setting. Alright, so now we're getting almost a full amp versus when we measured correctly. A pretty good DMM actually. So breaking the leg and replacing, grabbing it here, and you can ignore the minus signs for right now, we'll worry about that later. Right? And so if I go back here to milliamps, we're lucky this is still working. You saw that when I measured incorrectly, the current spiked way too high, and this fortunately shut it off before it blew the 200 milliamp fuse. But this is how a lot of students can blow fuses in the lab. We clearly exceeded the 200 milliamps. We were up to 600 milliamps on the 200 setting. So if you measure in parallel, when you're trying to measure current, it screws up dramatically, and hopefully you can explain why. Got it.